This is a photo that was taken with the Hubble telescope. And some of you have seen this, some of you maybe haven't, but what they did is they pointed the Hubble telescope out to an area of space where they'd never really seen any light coming from with any other telescope. And they opened the shutter up, I'm told, as wide as it would go, and exposed it for 1 million seconds. Okay? It was the longest exposure they could do. And when they developed the film from that black area of space, in this picture, they counted 15,000 galaxies. 15,000 galaxies, each galaxy containing billions of stars and billions of planets. And I love this picture. Because it helps me to understand, it helps me to realize I am awed by the universe. And I'm awed by the fact that we're here in this world. And I want you to know something. When I was 15 years old, I had the most profound experience of my life. And it was a spiritual experience that was profound to the point that I could not share any of that experience with anybody for many years. In fact, I couldn't tell my wife anything about that experience until we'd been married for 2 years, okay? Because it was so deep and it was so personal to me. And if you could scrape away everything about me and get down to that experience that I had, well, you would see that that's what's at the core of my being, is that experience that I had. And I learned in this experience, which, by the way, it's really impossible to describe what happened to me. But I was suddenly filled with joy beyond anything that I can even begin to describe to you. In the scriptures, in the ancient scriptures, they talk about unspeakable joy and indescribable joy. And that's what I experienced. If you took the happiest moment of your life and you multiplied that 1,000,000 times, maybe that would come close. I don't know. I can't describe it to you. But that joy came from this knowledge that was suddenly poured into me that we have a Father in heaven. There is a God who is our Father who loves us. That knowledge came to me, and I don't know why that came to me. It came to me probably so I could share it with you. But we're not alone here in this world. We are here for a purpose. We have a destiny to fulfill. We're here for reasons. And sickness can stop us from achieving our destiny and fulfilling our purposes in this world. This is an important place where we are. This is important. We're having this physical experience, and we're here for some very definite, very specific reasons. So I want to share that with you. And when we help people to get well, when you work on somebody, when you release a trapped emotion or you clear some kind of an imbalance on somebody, that's the most sacred work you can be doing in this world. It's like taking a pebble and dropping a pebble into the pond of eternity. And those ripples spread out from what you just did, and they never end. You will never know the end of what you are doing and what you've done with these people. You'll never know until maybe you get to the other side, then maybe you'll understand it all. But those ripples spread out forever and ever for eternity. You just have no idea. Releasing one trapped emotion can be so powerful. So, I just want to share that with you. So, thanks. So let's keep going here for a minute. Your belief determines your reality, right? So true. I think that might be a direct quote from Star Wars. If it is, you'll have to forgive me. But anyway, it's so true. I had a dream a month or so after my father died in 2003. And I dreamt that I was walking on air. I was in this university or college. I was walking down this hallway, and my feet were about an inch off the ground, right? And this was a real dream. You ever had one of those dreams where you'd swear it was real? This is one of those dreams. It was unbelievable. And it was the most amazing feeling to be walking on air. And I can remember thinking, if I'm walking an inch off the ground, I bet you I can walk a foot off the ground. And nobody's noticing what's going on with me. And so I'm walking a foot off the ground. And at that point, I turned around, I looked behind me, and there are all these kids following me, these little kids. And their eyes are just fastened to me, and they're also walking a foot off the ground, right? So I turned around, and I thought, well, if I'm a foot off the ground, I bet you I can get 2 feet. And I did, 3 feet off the ground. And then pretty soon I thought, I bet you I can get right up at the ceiling. So my head's right up at the ceiling. And at that point, everybody's obviously, they're noticing then. And I stop, and there are all these upturned faces. And they're all saying to me, how can you possibly be doing, how are you doing that? How is that possible, what you're doing? And I told them, it's easy. All you have to do is believe that you can do it and be grateful to God that you're doing it, right? Emphasis on that word doing, okay? It's important, all right? And then I looked down the hallway, and I saw these doors at the end of the hall, these glass doors. And beyond those doors, I could see these green rolling hills of the campus, And I thought to myself, when I get beyond those doors, I'm going to be able to fly. And then I woke up, right? And swung my legs out, and landed right on the floor. But it came to me what the dream meant, see? And I believe this dream came from up above to me to share with you. And those doors represent the limitations that we place on ourselves in this life, right? We're all capable of flight, but we believe we're not, so we can't. Does that make sense? You guys are capable of things beyond your wildest imagination, and I know that that's true. I know that that's true. And it also came to me that my father, who had passed on, was beyond those doors now, and he was able to fly. He can fly. So you want to choose a powerful reality. Don't choose a limiting reality. Choose the most powerful reality that you can imagine, because I'll tell you what, you can achieve it. Okay, you can, especially if you ask for help from up above. Be grateful that what you are doing is working. Believe that you can do it. Remember that it is not about you, okay? This seminar, this work, the body code, the emotion code, it's not about me. No, not about me. Not about me at all. If I ever start getting, a big ego or a big head about this, you can all kick me. I give you all permission in order, all right? One after the other. I know it's going to hurt, but, don't let your ego get in the way, okay?